Let's finish this.
As much as I hate to leave, let's get out of here before more dreams.
Fear in the eyes! I need a
It's getting a little crowded.
Protect the envoy!
We've got company!
Never had a chance. I'm almost ready.
Slow down, dear. You asked for it.
Couldn't have done it better. Inquisitor. Leave before you worsen the situation.
Envoy, I hope you found what you were looking for, because those ruins are about to be a distant memory. Like you, I've come in service to my country and my god. This is a spring from which the dream scourge flows, injecting poison into the veins of the island.
No, a cleansing fire. Poison or cure?
The same poison we burned out of Fior Messiverno.
The only thing you burned was hope, and I am determined to get it back, even if I must take it from you.
Charming. Stand by my side, and we can strike a blow at the Dream Scourge. And at Sopadol. We cut off an infected limb. Nothing more.
And now that severed limb has come back to strangle you.
I've been watching you, Envoy. You, who survived when so many godlike fell. I even asked the gods what made you so remarkable. And the burned queen opened my eyes to what you are. We knew the chaos of the... different wars on the same battlefield. There are 2 plagues in the Living Lands. Help me destroy one, and the other will follow.
Ashes. Nothing of the Akita will remain.
We may not burn out the Dream Scourge here, but we can burn out its symptoms and take the fight.
Spirits cry out, bury the fire, but still they rage.
Hubris. She assumes a great deal about a force she barely understands.
Always thinking with your sword. You zealots never change. I happen to like these ruins. They've been very informative. Without them, I'd never have learned there was a new god in the Living Lands.
Another reason why they should be destroyed. Sapadal is dangerous, but an archmage is more unpredictable by far. No, it's ours to decide. And without you, Sapadal can do nothing to stop us.
She's trying to turn you against the Living Lands, not to... She's either desperate or frightened. But I know one thing. She's weak.
That's all well and good. I wish I cared. Kill Sapadal if you must, but do it some other way. You'll leave Naku Kubel alone. Stomp your feet as much as you like. Your opinion doesn't matter to me.
You forget your place, Archmage. No matter. I am happy to remind you.
And I will end you, Inquisitor. I will seal your unlife in ice for an eternity. Do not for a moment think that you possess any power here. You, and more importantly, your people, will regret all of it. See, you talk too much for a glorified weapon.
I want our envoy here to make the decision as to what will follow.
Oh, you have claws and the courage to use them. I do love that.
I have an alternate solution to the problem at hand.
This should be amusing.
I am not talking to you, am I? Don't interrupt me.
Yes, honestly, it's quite simple. I can sever the connection between the Adra in the ruins and the rest of the Living Lands. It will isolate the dream-scourged essence and halt the creation of new dream thralls in Shatterscarp. But those that exist will remain. My solution will end the plague in this region, I believe, and keep Ludwine from having to do terrible things to those nice ruins. I knew I liked you for a reason. Yes, there is a catch. It's also what you may call a large one. Severing the Adra will require the use of a truly immense amount of essence, which, well, will result in a few deaths.
A few deaths? What about Quilici? And the other Furians? And Quilici?
Gods, you're right.
Gentle sleep. One moment day, the next a poppy's dream to carry them to the Garden of Night. They would feel no pain.
I'm so very glad you recall.
Well, in layman's terms, she's going to rip the essence out of a bunch of people in Shatterscarp. For what it's worth, her theory is sound. She could stop the Dream Scourge. In Shatterscarp, at least.
A few dozen people may die. Possibly 100 or so in the more dire scenarios. There is no control over who will perish in the process. But it will stop the Dream Scourge from spreading in Shatterscarp. No new Dream Thralls will be created.
I once thought of pursuing such an idea, but only after careful study. What she suggests is anything but careful.
It's not an ideal solution. But it is easier to save a life when you've amputated the necrotic limb, so to speak.
At least I'm not the only rational voice in this debate. She would sacrifice the very people we're trying to save, and for what? Not even to destroy the Dream Scourge. Merely to slow it down.
Destroying the ruins and killing the Dream Thralls within is also a short-term measure. Ludwine's solution will eventually result in the same number of casualties, possibly even more.
If such an alternative existed, I'd have suggested it already.
So long as the Dream Scourge exists, more people will become infected. And the infected will take more lives, and this will continue indefinitely.
She has no idea what the consequences of her actions might be. And neither do you. Envoy, I want to show you something. I swore an oath to my goddess. A solemn vow that I would give everything in service to her. Even myself. And I did so, gladly. Sapadal wants the same devotion from you. The only difference is, you never had a choice. An avowed servant of a higher power, much like you.
She's a death guard, obviously. One of nature's little mistakes. Too dead to live. Too stubborn to die.
Silence. Imagine it, Envoy. Was there ever a godlike who stood tall against their own creator? Envoy, we have an obligation to scour Sapadal from the living lands before they destroy us. Starting with these ruins. Whatever you do, make sure the decision is yours, not theirs. Sapadal will poison your judgment if you let them. You owe Sapadal nothing, and yet they demand everything. That is not devotion. It's cruel.
What an amateur. She accuses Sapadal of what she intends to inflict on you. Don't fall for it.
Yes, quite difficult to decide whether to believe your new god or the angry skeleton actively threatening us.
Godlike. I leave the choice to you. Both options will bring harm. The question is, which will bring more good? Perhaps not. But one of these solutions will bring an end to the matter in Shatterscarp. Remember the village and the statue it couldn't repair. Remember the lesson I tried to teach you. None of our lives matters. Not when they might cost us the future. Now choose, Envoy. Destroy the ruins and the Dream Thralls, but allow the plague to keep spreading. Or sever the Adra and end the plague in Shatterscarp, with an unknowable number of casualties.
She toys with you with innocent lives, while I offer only the truth.
Good people die either way, but severing the Adra shortens their suffering, I hope.
Breaking the Adra is a bold choice, but it's such a terrible cost. If only we had time to do it with some finesse. But Quilici... Gods, if there's even a chance he could... No, I can't think of that right now. Then again, it's not as if I trust Ludwine. The dead have no right to choose for the living. I'm at a loss. Whatever you do, make sure you believe in it, because there's no going back.
Call it an experiment. To see if a mortal can think of futures beyond one's lifetime. And be less sentimental than the village about its statue. Also, I rather loathe the Inquisitor. She's far too used to getting her own way.
Periological and self-absorbed. You hold a blade to the throat of my soldiers, but that's no excuse for wasting my time. Envoy, I hate to be in this position, but at least the choice is in Adiran hands. So choose.
What a relief. You really scared me there, Envoy.
I don't like our options, but maybe we can learn something from this one. Let's just hope Quilichi is all right.
So be it. Sapadal's hold over you is stronger than I suspected.
Prune, strengthen the living leaves. We twine.
Attune your soul to Sapadal to assist my focus on the Adra. You're the only one who can do that part. And Yatsley, come, help me. I think you'll enjoy this. Marin soth klapan ed marslante. I am delighted to have been right about you. I was hoping you'd have the cold logic I wanted to see. We've dealt with the Dream Scourge, but you'll still have some cleaning up to do. Now that I know this was all because of a new god flailing in their cage, the Living Lands is no longer of interest to me. I think you made a choice that benefited the ultimate good. There will be no more dream thralls. You may, however, have nightmares, knowing you've caused so many. But that is for you to wrestle with. However, I have one
For... me?
You have shown a great deal of talent, Yatsley. Few can harness so much essence with ease. I could use your assistance. And the companionship. It's really dreary being alone. Should you wish to return with me, I would happily take you on as my apprentice. The rest of the circle do not often visit, which is good because they're tiresome. You, however...
Well, obviously, I'm... Wait. Really? You? But I have to think about it. At the very least, the Envoy would be lost without me. And so would my lover. Though the idea of finally devoting more time to magic is... tempting.
Yes, my work will still be there even when this world is in ruins. Which, hopefully, won't happen. Whatever you decide, it will be some months before I depart. You know where to find me. Be clever, godlike. Don't think too much with your heart.
Why are we deferring to that maniac Ringgrim? Ugh!
I don't trust this heathen magic.
It wasn't supposed to claim our people!
No progress without sacrifice. This magic makes my skin twitch.
What's a few trees to save the forest?
We need to talk. You let a mad archmage unleash death with a spell. I need to know why.
Exactly. Everything in those ruins is irreplaceable and must be protected. And if we ruin Ludwig's day, so much the better.
Inquisitor Ludwig made her intentions clear. To destroy any evidence of Sapadal and subdue the Living Lands. We can't afford to give her a single victory, Kai. Even if it hurts.
Ludwig's a monster. But how can you say Ringgrim's any less of one?
Ringgrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than we do, and we know more than most others do. She found a great solution, but it came with a great cost. What more could we expect?
Do you hear yourself? You both saw what kind of person she is. The twisted little world she built for herself. If ending the Dream Scourge means handing our fate to someone like her, then perhaps it's not worth the cost.
Kai, let's be honest. None of us are walking away from this with a clean conscience. But unless someone makes the tough decisions, the Dream Scourge will kill us all. Or worse. That means living with our nightmares. Embracing them if we must.
Right. Getting killed by monsters is one thing, but turning into one...
We stand here bickering while the solution is just over the horizon. Nothing matters but the garden. Shatterscarp, even Emerald Stair. They're distractions by comparison. Can we talk a moment? How much do you really know about Adra? Not bad. Adra is a physical manifestation of a metaphysical phenomenon. We severed the Adra Naku Kubel to slow down the Dream Scourge. That would be putting it lightly. The souls of the dead who go looking for a passage to the beyond will have nowhere to go. They'll be lost in darkness. Some will find their way to an Adra pillar, far from Shatterscarp. But others could wander this land. A watcher, maybe. It's a shame we haven't got one. Try as we might to help others, we won't always succeed. I just wish the world and its problems would leave us alone. Even for a moment. As do I. We both deserve a little peace. While I have your ear, can I ask you one more? Something about Inquisitor Ludwig has been getting to me. She seemed eager to distinguish your Adiran loyalty from your nature as a godlike, as though the two are incompatible. She believes you can be loyal to your country or to your nature, but not both. Do you find that unusual? Indeed, it does. It's just... When you rejected Ludwig's offer, she wasn't surprised. As though she saw it coming. Ludwig clearly respects you, but I don't believe she trusts you. Anyway, that just had me thinking. Get some rest. You deserve a nap. If I must.
Envoy, we need to discuss what you did in the ruins. I just hope we made the right decision. Those ruins are priceless, and I truly look forward to exploring them again in the future, but I don't know that I'll ever truly accept what we did. What I did. Usually I know the right answer. It's obvious. Here, though... I know. We've seen enough pain caused. Things have been unreal. I was able to ask questions and get answers. And it's all thanks to you and your weird god. Sapadal, was it? Oh, big fan. But to go through the trials ourselves? Oh, could we be any... Fascinating. I can't imagine what it was like to grow up a godlike with no god. I'm glad you got answers, sweetheart. Well, I have to start writing this all down, but do return if you think of any other juicy details. I've been trying to sort my thoughts since we left her domain. We met Ringrim. The Ringrim. Master illusionist of the... And we impressed her. She even offered to make me... As smart as you are, Envoy, I sometimes forget that you are still a layperson. Oh, Huntress titties. What am I going to do? If I take the apprenticeship, I'll have to leave Quilici and Fjord. And what about my study of the Godless? I've spent my whole life with them. Oh, you even learned their proper name. I can't believe you listened. You'll make me cry at this rate. I'm not a kid anymore. There are only 26 hours in a day. I love my life as it is now. Exploring as I wish. I don't want to give that up. But this is something. But it's big. It won't leave room for much else. And I'm too old to... Oh, Envoy, what would you do? Oh, darling, don't you know that I'll do what I want no matter what anyone thinks? I just wish to ask a friend his opinion. Now, come on, answer the question. What would you do? I know. That's the whole issue. I've learned magic through my own means, reading and studying on my own. How much more could I learn with her? And how much faster? Within a fortnight, I could rule the world.
Yasli, you could do all that on your own.
Thank you, dearie. I can't promise I'll act on it, but I really appreciate the advice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to write a letter to Quilici. He'll never believe me.
Would you ever consider using animancy at sea?
Nope. Too unpredictable.
Surely you see the potential. It could improve navigation, lighting, and even fishing.
So, we found a map to the garden. Now we see how accurate those ancient godless cartographers could possibly be. That'll be cold comfort when everyone thinks I'm crazy for saying I've been there. I figure either it's a complete dud and there's nothing really there, or we all lose our minds the second we show up. Either way, was it worth it? Who knows? And that's all that matters, I guess. Anyway. If I must. What's that you're drinking?
Some tea from the Deerwood. It's got some Glanfathen in it, and I've never been able to...
Listen, that back there, in the ruins, I know you passed 3 trials, but I'm not sure what that means. Huh. I mean, weren't you talking to them all? It's not that I didn't enjoy tromping around in the ancient death trap, getting bossed around by spirits and all that. But I really do hope this was the... Anyway. I don't trust her any further than I could throw her. Which, she actually goes down into these ruins on purpose. And now she's trying to lead us to the garden. Might as well... Nah. I'm sure she knows what she's doing, but... Right. What? Let's see. I collected a good amount of water before we left. We have enough to travel for a while. I also put jerky in my pack. Pestler root is good when you're thirsty. It's... Right. Thanks for talking. I was wondering.
Could they? Beloved that you are, and still they bared their fangs. We bless... Blood on the white, roots like a wall. We only meant to protect. We never wanted this. So many seedlings lost. We grieved. We tended, comforted the living, yet still the branches swipe. They should have shared our love. But you are here, a green shoot. Words like bile. This is not. Sleep now.
Three dozen dead, of no apparent causes. They just fell over. Like their hearts were stopped in... What did you do, Envoy? I know you're involved somehow. Sacrifices? Is that what you want to call it? Dozens are dead, Envoy. Their loved ones scream for them. The costs were too great, Envoy. And you paid them with Third-born blood. I hope your fucking decisions haunt you forever. You've cost so many families their loved. You have my permission to go anywhere else. Get out of my sight, Envoy.
Gods, it's good to see a living face. Is there anything you want to buy, or...
Oh, you're back. What can I do for you? We still have various linens and silks in stock.
It's you! You're the monster who got us kicked out of third board!
Couldn't have happened to a nicer fellow, apparently.
What do you have against honest businessmen? You can't fast-talk me, you fiend! I demand compensation!
I know you're upset, Taiko, but they seem like they're really strong.
Shizu, please don't undermine me in front of them. You have to make things right by me. By us, I mean.
One has to admire the efficiency, I suppose. Get off me! It looks easy when you do it! Away with it!
Tamershi sent word. She said you can go. I'm sorry. You were responsible for all this death. But
Ludwig may have a skull for a face, but her fury was clear enough. If her path crosses ours again, it'll be ugly.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, and I plan on hunting her like a rat.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read? My vote's on a pack of small Wait, was that an if?
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be scratching her skull.
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate. Right, and the Steel Garrote is famously level-headed. Just look at Fior.
Ludwig and her Steel Garrote have the numbers and the power. But we have spunk and a map.
We're all competing for the same thing. Still, I am determined to...
Ugh, that's just a pile of Sokka. Oh, now you're listening to me, all of a Sokka sup sudden. You won't find a blessed a thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a Padraku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Galawain's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a Blessed Oracle to know this won't go how you think it will. I don't know, Nimdut. I do know whatever I come up with is better than do whatever the voice in my head tells me to do. I'm done here. Do whatever blessed planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius. Something's really rattled him.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know.
Be gentle with him.
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon. We have to get going if we want to get to the garden before Lud...
We won't get far unless we look after...
I know what you're gonna say. Marius, you need to slow down. Think about your feelings. Well, I don't want to think about my feelings. So just let me be alone for a bit. It is. And it isn't. I'm not sure what it is, really. Just the thought of going back to Galawain's tusks makes my heart feel like it's going to explode. I sweat. My ears ring. I can't breathe. When it seems like we're really heading there, I feel like I'm dying. I guess a lot of things happened to me there. I grew up there in Solace. I left there on purpose. I understand not wanting to go back, but why can't I just thinking about it makes me feel ill. I need some time alone, Envoy. I need to get some rest. I'll be ready to go when the time comes.
Not our voices.
Does this amuse you, seeing your kin caged like beasts?
No true kin would desert Solace. All we have are our oaths to Nandru, and you broke them.
Ah, so they're not just rude to outsiders, then.
The damn oaths again. You might as well be the one in chains. Our founder, Nandru, didn't intend for his people to starve. I'd bet you my kidneys he didn't build Solace Keep so we can die of starvation in it. No, he would have wanted us to live.
Honestly, I don't care anymore. I'm getting too hungry to even think.
What's going on here is Pargrunen business. Stay out of it, Outlander.
Yeah, don't need a blessed outsider pretending they know anything. Move along.
Can't imagine why you even set foot here. These are Pargrunen lands, last I checked.
Meaning mind your tongue and your judgment while you're here, outsider. These folk have done much to deserve their cages.
Strange that you think we'd care about your opinion. Saka, get out of here.
And you assholes need to feed us.
There's no food. We barely have decent meals ourselves. Why waste any of it on people who won't stay and fight?
Saka, don't tell the outsider that! These bastards wanted to abandon the keep. I'd starve myself for my disloyalty then. Do you want anything else? I'm sick of looking at you.
Fine. Anything to be done looking at you. Follow the main road north and then east. You'll find some dirt paths to follow after you hit the cliffs. Now mind your business.
The buildings have settled in nicely.
Not bad, envoy.
Who's next? Anyone? Bugs. We've got company. Nicely done. Watch the left. couldn't have done it better.
What, like it's hard?
Schemes in the dark. The sulfur scalds. The rule of the wilds. What will they do? Beast of treachery smells you. A sword for a settlement? The scorpion promises. Rose today, thorn tomorrow. A hidden strike. Have your hands known this? Shame. A deadly game. A venom. What good? Vigilance. We have learned much.
Is it just me, or does it look like that volcano's burning hotter now?
Radut, be reasonable. We can't live out here like this.
Listen, we're besieged by Malian and outsiders. Ray still begs me to search for the missing Adiran merchant convoy, but we're stretched too thin even for that. I only ask you to hold on a bit longer until our replacement comes.
I will try. But this can't last. Hey, I might have something for you, envoy.
Another Adiran. Damned if I ever saw the like. So you're the envoy they reported at the gate. Beats turning away the refugees from Shatterscarp, at least. Is it true that many drop dead suddenly? Needed? I can't say I know much about what's been happening beyond the tasks, but... never mind. You're here and I'm glad for it. The sentries were right about you. You have the same features as Arnandru. Taller, of course, but nevertheless. I'm going to treat this as a good omen. Nandru himself knows we need one out here. A godless tower? There's something like that east towards the coast, I suppose. You will be disappointed, I suspect. But if you want to go sightseeing, why not? Be careful, though. The Tusks never offered us much, and that was before the beetles rose in their numbers. Never mind the Zorips, or the Dream Scourge, or fucking Amalia. I don't know what there is to do. The beetles and Zorips come back faster than we can cut them down, and Amalia... Gods, where do I even start? She and I used to command this tower in turn. I and my wardens kept watch while she and hers rested in the keep, and so too the reverse. Until her last watch, that is. When she and her wardens abandoned their post and marched on the gate and tried to leave. Because life in the tower is torture. We're low on supplies. The Wastes are winning against us. They had made a request to the keep for aid. After it was denied, her wardens spoke of mutiny. And after that, well, fighting broke out at the gate. My wardens and I rushed from our leave when we heard the alarms. Drove Amalia back. Now she set up camps in the Wastes. Main one is just up north in the Twined Wood. Another's just west of there, in a tower. Another east, in a cave.
It sounds like she just wants to leave.
She's broken her oath, and I'm trying to find a way to uphold mine. To watch over the garden. It is this that keeps us bound to the Tusks. Our oaths are mortal matters.
Oaths and traditions should serve the living. If Amalia's struggling here, why shouldn't she leave?
Should we die with an oath unfulfilled, our spirits will linger until another of our wardens sees it completed. And if one of our own breaks an oath, it is a death sentence. All I want is peace with her. But our talks, such as they were, have totally broken down. Whenever I approach, she just tells me to stay away from the land beneath her banners. And after her raid, after our skirmishes, I don't see how we can talk anymore. But would you be willing to talk to her? You are an envoy, after all. I'm sure you've diffused more complicated situations. It means I want you to make peace between us. We can't keep killing each other. I have no demands except that she stops attacking us for trading near her camps. But she says she won't stop until they can all leave. And I can't grant her passage out of the tasks. She has no duty out there. Nor can I grant her one. I don't know how to break the stalemate. But I'll quit talking your ear off. Thank you for indulging me. If you see Amalia or any of her camps, I hope you can get through to them.
I'm all for traditions and camaraderie, but this goes too far.
I heard there's been more bandits seen in Twinewood.
I heard that too. If it's true, but
I simply don't believe it. Half a Shatterscarp dying in an instant? It's nonsense. Try to breathe. Please, just try to breathe.
I grow too. For myself. Hospice.
Another hunt, another meal for all of us. I wonder if it'll taste any better this time.
it bet. I don't want to wind up like Fjord. We should keep an eye out just in case.
Camp is empty. Do you think they might have left behind snacks? They certainly left everything else. What sort of expedition chooses to cross a valley full of lava?
Nothing like a win with a good team.